Yo, what up, guys? Let's start with the Yukozona wrestling career in his prime years with New Japan Wrestling, the AWA, and the WWF. Let's start. In August 1988, Inouye began making appearances in Japan with the New Japan Pro Wrestling as a Great Kokune. In August and September of 1988, he took part in the Shinken Series tour, where he faced opponents such as Super Strong Machine on Tatsushi Goto, and teamed with fellow Gaijin Jirai, no, uh, Gaijin, including Crusher, the Bam Bam Megalo, and Scott Hall. Now for the AWA. 1989, Inouye received his first major exposure to the United States when he joined AWA's as Kokune Maximus, managed by Sheik Adoni El Casey. He depicted a disheveled Samoan wild man and was billed as a Samoan wrestler. Ever late in 1989, an angle was booked in which he repeatedly delivered a big splash to Greg Gigney, marking the end of Gigney's career. Inouye made his final appearance with the AWA in April 1990, losing to Yukon John Nord in a lumberjack match at Super Clash 4. Now for the WWF. Let's start. In 1992, 1998, and 1992, Inouye was contacted by Vince McMahon of the WWF and offered a roster spot along with the Samoans Fatu and Samoan Savage. So the Fatu was actually Rikishi. Samoan Savage, I don't know what his name was, but let's keep on going. On the August 17th episode of Primetime Wrestling, Samoan, soon to be the Head Shrinkers, made their debut. Commentator Gorilla Monsoon made a mention of and a larger Samoan that they would soon be into the WWF. Inouye made his latest debut as Kokone in an untelevised match on September 1st at a WWF Superstars taping in Hershey, Pennsylvania, defeating Ron Neal. This would be the only time that Inouye wrestled under his former gimmick, as shortly after he was offered a new gimmick to Yukozona, managed by Mr. Fuji. Yukozona debuted on the October 31st, 1992 edition of Superstars with his new gimmick of his stereotypical sumo ki, were a Maragias part of the ring attire, but wore long tights underneath the loincloth, something that Vince McMahon and Yokozuna own Kazuyu Rikishi later felt wasn't needed, and that he should have won the tradition Maharashi without the tights exposes his buttocks. Which Rikishi himself would later do annoying. Also revamped his appearance as Yukozuna, being by gaining weight, became clean shaven, transforming his unruly hair into a cone nemish. He made his pay-per-view debut on November 25th at Survivor Series, easily defeating the much smaller Virgil with a huge weight advantage. Yokozuna's career soon took off, and he was billed as a potential favorite to win the Royal Rumble on January 24th, 1993. Doing so, he last eliminating Randy Savage, having completed his movement towards main event status. Yokozuna was a competitor in the first ever match in Monday Night Raw history, defeating a much smaller Koko Beware with his signature finisher, the Banzai Drop. Soon after, Yokozuna was challenged American Patriot Hacksaw Jim Duggan, who aimed to be the first man who could knock Yokozuna off his feet. This was topped before Randy Savage knocked down Yokozuna in the Royal Rumble. So that match with what's his name again? I think it was Lex Luger. One of the pay-per-views that he body slammed Yokozuna. It was one of those Great American Bash things. But yeah, that's the whole thing on Yokozuna, on his career in the New Japan Wrestling, actually New Japan Pro Wrestling, the AWA, and then the WWF. Here's my final thoughts all across the whole entire world. Subscribe if you're new, share the video, push the notifications, go like, live and prosper, peace.